Let us do a simple watercolor practice to loosen up ourselves. Here, the objective is just to draw and paint without worrying too much about the results. That way, we can loosen up our approach and we can loosen up our watercolors. Without further delay, let us begin the process. I have used a cartridge paper and the size is A4, and I'm using a waterproof gel pen, Artline gel pen 0.6. You can use any waterproof gel pen or graphite pencil for this purpose, or you can use fountain pen as well. See, the idea is just to make a very simple drawing, a kind of a boxy shape in perspective, and then we will add some details, whatever is coming to our mind. Maybe it is a shop and there is some vendors sitting or standing there. And these drawings may not be final. I might alter this drawing. Even though it is a pen drawing, I keep my freedom to alter the things because it is just a practice. Okay. I just wanted to practice by loosening up on myself, and I'm not very much attached to a specific idea. If I think there is a better idea, I might change. If you are not confident of drawing with pen, you can draw with pencil and the same thing can be done. Here the idea is that there are some kind of a shade, and some people are sitting or standing there in one side, and maybe a couple of people in the other shop. Okay, this much is I think this is sufficient for the main activity. Okay, the structure, and we will add some more things, maybe a couple of boards on the top. I don't know, maybe some tree here, big tree, and the tree also I'm worried just about the shape. As a composition, I'm worried about the composition, not about the precision. Okay, and what about a small car here? Here again, not worried too much about the precision. As you can see, the car is not perfect, but I think overall I'm looking about kind of an interesting combination of elements. That's it. And if while practicing, if you don't get it right, no worry, because you cannot get everything right when we practice. Okay, so if you want to make everything right, and if you are looking for very precise outcome, you may not get that loose kind of a result. Okay, so to get the loose result, our drawing should be loose and our painting approach should be loose. Let us do the painting now, and I'm using a soft medium size round brush. Actually, it's a small mop brush, and the brand that I'm using is Camel, an Indian brand. Okay, you can use any brand, any that is available with you, any brand that is available with you. So I've started with uh, uh, cobalt blue. We can use cerulean blue also, and little bit of a warmer color when I'm coming towards the horizon. And the warmer color is that I used is burnt umber. Okay, and I'm making it little faster because it is a cartridge paper. On cartridge paper, watercolors dry pretty quick, and you may get patches. So I'm doing a little faster, and faster way of painting helps in getting loose results. Things, the shapes are likely to get softly merged with one another, and you may get some loose result. Here I am connecting some of the shadows and background foliages, everything together, and some warm color for the roads. You may go a little slow because I have edited out the color mixing time for making the video little, brief. But I think otherwise I have tried to show every brushwork that I am making. Okay. See, I am making it kind of a red color. There is no specific reason for me to do that. I kind of like red color. Some of the colors I like to use again and again. So red is one of that color. I use cobalt green very frequently. But the color you pick up is your choice. And lot of darks will come, lot of dark things will come later. So I'm just suggesting it now as an initial wash, and later layers will come and we'll define this thing much more better. And you have to remember that when you do watercolors, this it will dry very light, okay? And this is cobalt green, and the paint that I am using is Camel Artist watercolors. You can use any brand that you have. You don't have to specifically look for my brand, the brand that I am using, and you can use any colors that you have. Okay, you don't have to stick to this color scheme. You can use your choice. These are my some of my favorite colors: the cobalt green and the reds, etc. But if you think, you can use other colors. And here also I'm using some color, the tone variation, some of the under areas, under the roof, I'm using darker colors. The darker colors are cobalt green mixed with Payne's gray. I'm trying to get the overall form of it, okay. Even though it is a loose approach, we need to still look at the forms, and some kind of believability, convincingness should be there. It should still be convincing, even if it is loose and casual. I think it should still be convincing. And it is very important that we make the dark colors really dark. Okay, so some of the darks. I'm not telling that every dark should be extremely dark, but you should not be afraid of putting the darkest dark to your watercolors. Okay, because watercolor, when it dries lighter. So the darkest dark that you may put may even turn very lighter. Here, I'm just looking at the overall shape of the tree. Okay, the color that I'm using here is olive green. Okay, and again, any green should be okay. Little bit of warm green may be good for the top area, and little bit darker green may be good at the bottom area. Here, I'm just worried about the overall shape of the the foliages, and maybe some shape changes. If you want, you can draw them perfectly, but if you draw them perfectly, then the looseness, the casualness may not come. Okay, some darker tones at the lower area of the tree, because lights may not hit too much in the bottom portion of the tree. I think this is fine with the tree shapes, and I think I'm happy with the overall shape that I'm getting. A little bit of splashing and letting it to dry. Okay. I'm not happy with this color. Okay, you can change the color if you want. The color decision was just impulsive, so I should have taken a little bit more care for this particular blue color. I could have avoided, and maybe I could have used some maybe orangish yellow. Now let us do a little bit of the shadows. As I told, the beginning of the shadow at the top, it will be very dark, and I'm using dark Payne's gray without adding too much of water. And as I am coming down with this shadow, I'm adding little bit of red to the Payne's gray so that it matches with the surroundings. The darker tones matches with the surrounding. And I will be slightly worried about the area where those two figures are sitting. And again, don't worry too much about the precision. Okay, and I will be kind of merging that with some darker tones. Okay, so I want to, all the kind of shadow kind of tones should be connected. It may look better in that way. Okay. I think this much is sufficient for the overall shape, and some more darker for the other plane, side plane of it. And I won't say this is perfect, but I kind of like it. This work may resemble to some of my previous tutorials in some aspects, But yeah, when you do from just from imagination, right? So whatever you did earlier, some reflection of that may happen whenever you do imaginative works. Okay. But here we are just worrying about practicing it freely without worrying too much about the results. Some opaque touches, which is nothing but some kind of a lavender and white color mixed. This is to create some sort of texture. That's it. Some kind of an illusion of some additional elements in the shadow area. That's it. Splashing of water also creates a little bit of texture. You can see those textures formed due to the splash of water, splattering of water. And some of the figures underneath, I'm just picking up some colors. Okay, you can be more thoughtful if you're picking up the colors. You can make color variation for the figures. I'm just picking up some greens and reds. I don't want to spend too much of time on those figure colors. If you want, you can, of course, change the colors. Right? This looks good to me. Overall, I am happy with the shapes, the forms, and let us give little bit more details to the figures. Some dark touches for the head, and yeah, some more shapes, some more clarity on the shapes. That's it. And if you are not very confident of painting figures, there are a lot many tutorials in my channel where I am talking about the tiny figures. Okay, you can go through them. Right. I don't know what to write here. I'm just writing something. Okay. Don't try to read it. I don't know what I have written. There should be something on the table. I really do not know what I should keep. I'm just putting some dots of colors there. Okay. It could be some fruits or vegetables or whatever it is. Or it could be some, I don't know what they are. Some orange touches for the figures and the tail lamp. And these are some finishing touches. Okay. Don't worry too much about this. These are opaque touches. That means I haven't used much of water. Directly the color is picked up from the tube. And yeah, some touches here and there. And yeah, I think we are pretty much done. And I'm adding some more darker tones, shadows for the on the road, so that there is some more sense of light in the overall work. For that, I have used little bit of Paints Grey and burnt sienna for the shadow area on the road. And I think we are pretty much done. Let us make the electric pole. Oh, this is bent. I'm not happy with the shape of it. I should have done it little bit more casually. Now I am trying to fix it, which is not a loose approach. But anyway, I think it is okay. I should have done it little quicker and with more confidence. Right. I don't know what these things are. Maybe little bit more down and a shadow there. Okay. Some kind of a highlight to bring out those figures to get more attention. This is just white mixed with the cobalt green and some kind of a white line to show the depth for the road. I think we are pretty much done now, and we can almost treat it as done. So I hope this video was informative to you, and if you're finding it informative and if you're finding it helping you, please do share it to your artist friends, artist groups, and please subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please write them into the comment box below. We will soon see you with another interesting tutorial and happy painting until then. Bye bye.